In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the crankshaft damper pulley on your Honda Accord. This will be located on the left side of the motor, behind the fender cover. Let's get started. Using a 19mm socket, we're going to remove the 4 lug nuts. Remove the wheel. We're going to go around removing all of the 10mm bolts for the undershield. There's one in this top corner on the driver's side. One more right in front of it. Working our way under. There's a push button clip on the top corner on the passenger side. Push on that middle tab and pull it down. Now we can remove our undershield. Using a crank holder tool and a 19mm socket, we're going to loosen the crank pulley bolt. We're going to leave it in, we just want it loose for now. Using a 12mm socket, loosen the 2 nuts for the power steering pump. There's one in the top and one on the bottom. Just get them loose. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to loosen this top bolt. This will take the tension off the belts. Once you have enough space, go ahead and remove the belt. And we'll go down through the wheel well and remove it. Using a 14mm socket, loosen the bolt for the alternator. Don't remove it, just make it loose. We're going to lift the power steering reservoir out of the bracket to be able to pull it off to the side. Loosen the 12mm nut on the bottom of the alternator. On the front of the alternator, we're going to have an adjusting. We're going to use a 10mm socket. We're going to loosen this and take the tension off the belt. Loosen it until you're able to take the belt off of the pulleys. Slide the belt off, and then we'll go through the wheel well to remove the belt. You could leave it on the AC compressor, you don't have to fully remove it. We're going to remove that crank pulley bolt now. Remove the crank pulley bolt. We're going to pull the crank pulley off, give it a little wiggle side to side. And remove it. Install the crankshaft pulley. Line it up with the key. Push it on until it's fully seated. Put a dab of engine oil on your crank bolt and under the washer and install it. We're going to snug the crank pulley down. While holding the crank, we're going to torque the crankshaft pulley bolt to 181 foot-pounds. We're going to install the belt around the AC compressor, the crank, and then around the alternator. Install the belt around the crank, the AC, and the alternator. Snug down the adjusting bolt. Go until you have the correct tension on the belt. We have about a half a turn, so we'll just go a little bit tighter. You want about a quarter turn. And that'll be good. Snug down the 12mm nut on the bottom of the alternator. I'm going to torque the nut to 16 foot-pounds. Snug down the bolt for the alternator. Torque it to 33 foot-pounds. Install the power steering belt. It's going to go around the power steering pump, and we'll go down below and put it around the crank. We're going to snug down the adjusting bolt until we have the correct tension on our belt. Go a little bit more. And that's good. Snug down the two 12mm nuts. One on the top back and then one on the side. Torque the nuts to 17 foot-pounds. Install the undershield. Go around and install all of the bolts. Snug them down as you go. There should be one more here in the middle. Ours is missing. Install the plastic clip in the top passenger corner. Install the wheel. Make sure the hubcap is on there. Get the lug nut started. Snug them down. Torque the wheel to 80 foot-pounds in a cross pattern. and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.